brand new coating powders, and I'm here with the man who invented them, David Preston. David, what I want to do in this video is look at the science behind these, because they are different to a lot of the existing 𝗧𝗛𝗏 products, and then I want you to show me what you can do with them.
Well, you can do a lot of things, and I'm still finding out for myself. But the things that excite me are things like being able to coat pellets, feed pellets, and then use them on the hook. Like this one's banded. This is an 8mm pellet, I think.
So that is just a standard 8mm what Scretton's pellet that you've coated, and now you can see
I've
that.
coated, so I think it's one of those.
Okay.
So you can see how much stuff's on there.
Yeah, you've really loaded that up with different attractants, haven't you?
Yeah, well, there you are. Look, I've cut that one in half. Have a look at that.
Wow. So the thing that strikes me about this, you say coating powder, but that's not a thin coat, is it? That's a proper...
Yeah, that's 2 coats. I'll show you how to do it in a bit. But, you know, what I think of, particularly in the winter, when you can't get a lot of attractant in the water because you can't feed, you're better off, you have to use these attractants, or some attractants anyway. And if they stay on the actual hook bait, then all the better, because then the fish are homing in on that hook bait, which is what you want. You want a bite. So it works really well. The thing about all the stuff that we do at 𝗧𝗛𝗏 in terms of attractants and baits is it's got this fish accelerant in there. And the fish accelerant is what disperses all the attractants and the smells and the flavours. And it's the difference between this stuff, the new coating powder, and the Sensate powder, which we all know works incredibly well, is that a lot of this comes off as the bait, whether it be the feed or the maggots, or the hook bait. A lot of it comes off as it's going through the water, which is good because it attracts the fish in. They sense it. It's all in a cloud in the water. But this stuff sticks to the actual hook bait or the feed pellets that you're coated. So it's right down on the bottom, and then it gives off a sustained slow release. It's perfect for winter.
And to get hold of these half-price baits, simply go to 𝗧𝗛𝗏.store. It's a test new baits button on the left-hand menu, isn't it, David?
Yes, exactly. And then you go there, you decide whether you're a carp angler or whether you're a coarse angler, and follow the whatever. Follow
the links, and if they're in stock, 'cause it's worth saying these do tend to sell out rather quickly when we put some new prototypes on.
So I'll put some natural fish accelerant.
Yep.
Because it won't add any colour.
So we're only going to see the red that's in the powder then, as you say, aren't we?
Yeah, so I've got that. I'll shake it all up, coat everything.
You'll be seeing a lot of this, folks, in this video. A lot of coating.
Yeah, there is going to be a lot. And then I'm going to put the Sensate powder on.
Nice.
And I'll put an excess on. No, I won't. I'll just put a bit on.
Oh, that smells lovely.
It's won you a few matches, hasn't it?
It's won me a lot of money, that powder.
I can't believe you say it smells lovely. It smells absolutely disgusting. But the fish like it, which is what it's all about.
Smells like skimmers.
So there they are, look.
Yep.
I'm going to have really messy hands by the end of this. So I'm going to put some of those in this one here. You ready?
1 second, let me just clear the decks.
Let me get these out of the way.
Right.
So
when you're ready? Yep.
Yeah. Now, you see, instant attraction enlivens the swim. This is why this stuff, particularly on maggots, I think you match guys use it.
And ground bait as well. Yeah.
Oh, in the ground bait as well?
Yeah.
And it's instant information advertising that there's food there to the fish, and it gets them interested. Now,
you can see them bits rising up off it, can't you, as we're filming?
Yeah. Now, the difference with this stuff, it's much slower. So when it's really hard to get bites and things, you put the powerfully thick Sensate on with its slow release, or one of these that we've coated with the coating powder, and it'll last. It'll last for hours, depending on if there's lots of little fish there, they'll knock it off, and that will then do that. But if there's no activity at all, it's really hard. It'll just stay there, giving off little risers and this stuff, the attractant going out.
I think that is a perfect demo of the range, as you will, and of also the fish accelerant principle. You know, on that you can see it getting to work straight away through the water. On the coating powdered white pellet to the right there, you know, that looks so much more appealing though, doesn't it, than a standard sort of pellet, which you can actually see next to it, because some of the thinner Sensate behind it is washed off now on the left. But that white big pellet, that's what you can make with the coating powder. Yeah. And we know it's going to last a long time like that in the water. Yeah. As attractive as that.
If I was a match angler, I'd be looking to use the sustained release stuff with the instant, personally. So on my hook bait, I would have something like the thick Sensate, because it sticks to it, it almost sets. Yeah. Or and some of the coating powder, because on the hook bait, because it's gradually giving off the stuff and it's attracting the fish in. So I would use both, so you get the double whammy, personally.
Brilliant. So that tells the full story of the range and where we're at then. We've obviously got the liquids in the Sensate Fish Accelerant, red dye, yellow dye, and obviously the natural and halibut flavours as well. The sweet one is a great choice for winter in that one too. But they give that, again, that dispersal right through the column. We've got the thick Sensate, which is designed for sustained attraction and precision attraction to one particular spot. With the powder, that's the equivalent, we'll say then, of the Sensate Fish Accelerant standard or liquid, because that spreads right through the column, and then the new coating powder takes the place of the thick Sensate in the way in the powder form, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it's a double whammy. You can do it either way. We'll come back and look at them later on and see what they look like. I'll put one of the. I'll coated some with it's still with the white coating powder, this one, but I used the red dye Sensate to wet them first, and they turned out pink. But I'll leave one in there, and we'll have a look at these 4 different things in here later on.
Yeah, so that's down there.
I didn't really want it next.
It's all right. I can get the angle on that, so don't. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so let's look now then at this coating process. I want to just talk about how you make these hook baits. So the one that caught my eye straight away, David, and judging by the results on the live video we did on Facebook with the 𝗧𝗛𝗥 anglers, it caught everybody else's eye as well, is this one. Because you can, in theory, make your own fluorescent pink, limited edition winter spice hook baits. So, I mean, look, there's lots of dull wafters out there that need spicing up.
You're being rude about your fellow anglers.
There's lots of dull wafters. And sometimes we want to brighten them up, don't we? So should we try and make...
Okay, so I've got these, I think they're 8 mils. And I tend to do things in large quantities.
But this would work, to be clear, with any sort of harder hook bait, would it?
Yeah, they'll coat anything. I mean, we saw last night, they'll coat plastic baits and everything, adding another dimension to their attractiveness. So what I'll do, I mean, it's that much choice. You can use the thick stuff, which will get a thicker coat straight away. You can use stuff with dye in it, the Sensate thin stuff with dye in, and that seeps through. Or you can use the natural, which doesn't add colour, it just adds all the flavour. Or you could just use water if you wanted. It'll all work. But I fancy doing the red dye as the liquid, and then using this the winter spice, because it's interesting. I just want to mention something about this. This is to me is extra interesting because all these here have got the Sensate attractants and the fish accelerant. Now this one hasn't got any Sensate in it. Sensate is just a very powerful set of attractants grouped together. It's proven itself. This hasn't got any. This has got this winter spice stuff, which I'm a carp angler in particular, and I know that the attractants I've made for this are designed to work in the winter, and not just for carp, but for all fish. There's just certain things that have proven themselves over decades to work really well attracting fish in the winter. So that's winter spice. To disperse it is the fish accelerant. The fish accelerant is a thing that gets it out there and spreads it out really quick and makes sure everything's dispersed to advertise to the fish, wherever they are, there's something going on that they want to investigate. So basically, we can add the fish accelerant to any sort of flavour or attractant at all, and it will do its job. But which for me as a carp angler, if I've got my favourite attractant might be a mainline something or other, or a Hutchinson, I don't know, bun spice or something like that. I can actually add any of these liquids which have got fish accelerant in them, and that will help, and put it on the boilie with my favourite carp attractant, and it will disperse those attractants that are my favourite really, really well.
Makes total sense. So you can,
yeah, but I'm not saying it very well. I'll demonstrate it.
I think I know what you mean. Are you saying that you can use that technology, that fish accelerant technology, to accelerate the attraction of any attractant?
Whatever your favourite is.
Right.
So I'll talk about it later, and I'll have some boilies and some mainline attractant or some Hutchinson stuff, and I'll demonstrate it. So you know where I'm like. I'm scientific and weird. That demonstrates that the fish accelerant can disperse anything. That's what fish accelerant does. That's what all this technology is all about. So, but anyway, I'm waffling away now.
Show me how to make some bright pink pellets.
Okay.
So first step, we're putting red Sensate fish accelerant dye on that, aren't we?
Yeah, and I'm going to shake them really vigorously so they're evenly coated. Oh.
We don't want that going
They
everywhere.
don't make boxes like they used to. So they're not as coated as I want them. Some of the ends aren't coated, but let's just have a look anyway. And this is the winter spice coating powder. You won't be able to see how fluorescent it is, but it's really, really bright. And I'm going to put a load on there. And let's see what happens. So that's one little coat. So it's not as bright as I want it, so let's have another look. I'll put some more liquid on, do a second coat.
Now, this coating process, this is one of the things that I find most interesting, because I was looking at some of the ones that, when they've got on, they're just here, look, that you've done earlier, and look how thick you can actually get these with repeated coating.
That's really... two coating of it. And the thing about this coating powder, it's not like coating powders have existed for a long time, but you have to leave them. Typically, you have to leave them to dry for hours or overnight or something before you put the next coat on. Because if you try putting the next coat on, you put the liquid on, and everything that you've already put on dissolves and comes off, and you end up with lumpy crap. But this stuff, it's got enough setting agent in it, if you like, that you can just keep on coating one after the other. So I'll put some more liquid on there, and I'll put some more powder. So this is 2 coats now. Ooh.
Deep coating.
Deep coating. Let's have a look at that then.
Yeah, we're getting there, aren't we?
Oh yeah. I mean, they're already thick. Let me just see. See it? Look, it's already. But yeah. I mean, I can put another one on.
Damn the expense.
Well, you're not using a lot, really.
No, you're not.
Now, there's a lot of neater ways of doing this than the way I'm doing it, but it's just the way I am. Oop, I'm going to get it everywhere, though. Like I've broken the box. So this will be the third coat. Look at the mess I'm making. A proper bake bowl would be working better with this. So now I'm just going to put some more on. So that'll be 3 coats. Oh. Got a hole in it, look.
Ah.
I think I'll get Anton to do the next one, because he's a lot more orderly and precise about things. But there you are, look.
Look at them.
I think, and they will get brighter as time goes on. And let's have a look how thick that is.
Oh yeah, you can see there's loads on there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Now, I'm just going to have to turn the camera around because I'm seeing something here that I am absolutely loving as an angler. My fishing brain is loving this. Now look at the white after that's been in the water a little while. Look. Wow, that looks just like, to me,
Piece of bread.
piece of bread.
Doesn't it?
It's really fluffed out on that. And I can imagine this, these pink ones that we've just made here, having the same attraction after a length of time as well.
Oh yeah.
You know, so tell me, you mentioned you've left some to dry and some you've used. Is there an advantage to leaving them to dry?
Yeah, if you so this here now, I'll try and find something other than my fingers. This here now is it's stuck on there, but it's still soft, look.
Yeah, oh yeah, okay.
And it goes tougher as time goes on. It never goes hard.
No.
But if you leave it overnight, it will last longer. And I'm sorry about this, someone's ringing me. Oh, it's And.
It's the boss.
If he was here, then he would be doing it much more accurately than me. But I'm not going to talk to you at the moment, Ant, sorry. So what was I saying? So these, if you leave them, will give a longer sustained release. So if it's getting really hard, I mean, say in winter for proper carp,
yeah,
you want that sustained release. You want the attractant helping them to home in on that for maybe hours even. So it's better if you leave it. I mean, I've got some here which I did the other day. So these are about 2 days old, I think. So let's have a look. So it's still soft look, but it's really resisting being pushed off. So if that's in the water, it will last longer.
You can see the effort you're having to put into
it. Sort of is stuck to the actual pallet underneath, look. Okay. So that's the difference. So,
I like it.
So you know, if I think that's an old one I put in there.
The white one, the bread one, as I'm going to call it.
What about the pink one? I can't remember whether I've just done that. That's an old one.
I
think that's an old one.
No, I think you took it out of the tub.
So I'll put one of the ones I've just done next to it, and hopefully.
So this is a fresh.
So it's a fresh one. So that might give off more than that.
The thing I'm liking about all this, though, that's springing to mind straight away. In fact, you can see a little veil of red dye coming off that one you just put in.
Oh, that's interesting.
What I'm thinking, though, is I don't suppose it's out to stop you. You might tell me if I'm wrong, but what's to stop you doing a mixture of red powder, i.e. red Sensate powder that's out already, and coating powder to create some really interesting breakdowns?
Yeah, you can do that. Well, I'll tell you what I want to do now, because I love doing this. I'm going to use the natural, so it's not adding any colour. Right. And then I'm going to put some white on. Yeah. And then I'm going to put some more natural on, and then I'm going to put this, the fluorescent. Oh,
to make some really fluorescent.
Yeah, I just want to see, because sometimes when you've got a white underneath the fluorescent, it makes it really nice. Glow. So let's have a look. So, and I'll try and do it a little bit more neatly. Ooh, put a bit more on than I expected then. Try not to make. I'm going to do it sort of a bit more like Ant would do it. The bigger the pallet, the more liquid you have to put in, because you need to coat the flat ends.
Yeah, cover all of it. Yeah.
Right. So now I'm going to put some white on. That one. I'm not going to go mad, I'm just going to put a bit on.
This is like, whenever you plate your pole float bristles, you always say, if you want to make a fluorescent tip, orange tip, put a white undercoat on it.
Absolutely, it won't work otherwise.
So at first the white.
Yeah, I'll put a bit more on, actually, a bit more powder. It looks like there's a bit of extra tackiness there from the liquid, so I'll do that. Ooh. I mean, that's if you're using these as hook baits, that's a lot of hook baits already.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be so perfect for this. Ooh. Right, so now I'm going to wet them again with the clear stuff, Sensate Natural. I mean, when you're doing this, if you use liquid Sensate,
yeah,
you're all getting all the attraction of the Sensate as well. So you've got the Sensate in that, and the fish accelerant. You've got the Sensate and the fish accelerant in that.
double Sensate.
Yeah.
And fish accelerant.
I mean, it does work. I mean, how many matches have been won now using using Sensate products?
Absolutely.
Get this off.
20-odd thousand 𝗙𝗥𝗏 anglers now, who all can vouch for it. There we are.
Oh, here we
So
go.
this is going to be the piece to resistance now, I think. Now that is a very classic bright pink fluoro, I can see already.
If you shake them for longer, they'll get more and more coated. Look at that. That's
Wow.
it. So that was the way to do it. If you want them fluorescent,
As
use
bright as you
natural,
can.
use a white coating powder first, and then that.
Wow.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, that's lovely. Really bright. Should we drop that in the tank as well and have a look?
Oh, it's getting complex now. I hope you've got a good memory.
Right. So let's just nip round all these again, because I think that's a good way just to sum up what we've got in the range, really. At the back there on the left, we're zooming in now, that's a thick Sensate round, a pellet that's designed to break down really slowly and give prolonged attraction and sustained release. Next to it here, in the middle of the screen now, we've got the Sensate red liquid on a pellet, and you can see that spread out all around it on the bottom. If you look on the bottom all around that, you can see that that's dispersed instantly, which would, in your swim, pull fish in from all over and all through the column as well. Next to it, my favourite, we've got a coated hard 8mm pellet that David's done a couple of days ago with the white coating powder. He's coated it twice, and you can see how that's fluffed up. I think that is absolutely amazing. It really does give an indication of what you can achieve with this stuff.
If I was a fish now, and I got a choice between that pellet there, which you just had the Sensate on,
Yeah.
at this point in time, and that one, I'll go for that one.
Yeah.
Because it's still got all the attractants
It
on it.
looks wonderful, doesn't it? So bright and vivid. And then next to that there, we've got one of the older 8mm that's been set up for a couple of days. And the two back ones are the two that we've just made. The
fresh ones.
fresh red, I'm going to say fluoro pink, but with red undercoat first, and behind it there, if I can just come around a slightly different angle, Dave, I'll just come where you are for a second. We'll show them that one. So that's just a few of the things that you can do with this stuff. I mean, it really is limitless, the amount of permutations or things that you can do to achieve
I mean,
different
the
effects.
whole story is that fish need to know that there's something there to inquire about and investigate.
Yeah.
And how they do that is through sight and then taste and smell. Taste and smell are mixed up with fish because they're underwater all the time. They smell on the outside of their face, they taste on the outside of the face, and same on the inside. So how the fish home in on things is if they don't see it, then it is through the sensing things with taste and smell in the water. So you have to get the attractants out there to actually pull the fish in. So anything that increases the amount of attractants in the water is a plus. And particularly in winter, when all it's colder weather, their senses start shutting down. They can only see half as well. They can only taste and smell half as well because they're cold-blooded, so they just don't work as well. You need to boost the amount of traction you've got going. This is why carp anglers have found years ago that a single bright pop-up, absolutely overdosed with something really strong like pineapple flavour, works in the winter because A, it's really bright and they can see it even though they're half blind through the cold, and B, they can smell it even though everything's almost shut down. And that it's just a fact. That's what carp anglers know. Single pop-up, overdosed with flavour, super bright, in the middle of the well, not necessarily in the middle of the lake, but wherever you think the carp are. It just works. Everything we do is designed to get a lot of attraction in the water, so we're maximising the chances of getting bites. That's why it's called fish accelerant. The other thing is that when you use these attractants that we do with fish accelerant, the fish get excited and they swim quicker. That's why I call it fish accelerant. It gets them going. Whenever they're interested in getting sort of a taste for eating something, they get a little bit excited and moving quicker, even in the winter. That's why it's called fish accelerant.